infant mortality rate in the U.S. A new report this week shows it rose higher for the first time in 20 years. Here to answer questions is Dr. Scott Hadland, Chief of Adolescent and Young Adult Medicine at Mass General for Children. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Dr. Hadland, you've looked at the data, so what can you tell us about this increase?
Well, it's truly remarkable. It's a sudden change that has a lot of us worried as pediatricians, as public health experts. Just to kind of set the stage for you, the infant mortality rate is the truly tragic rate at which infants below the age of 1 year of life die. And for about 20 years, from 2002 until this most recent set of data in 2021, the infant mortality rate in this country steadily declined. And then in this most recent measure from 2021 to 2022, it went up by 3%. And it's clearly going in the wrong direction and has a lot of us really worried about what might be going on here.
Yeah, it's concerning. And the researchers broke down the data by state and by race. So what did they find?
Well, there were 4 states that had large, significant increases in their infant mortality. These included Georgia, Iowa, Missouri, and Texas. Here in Massachusetts, we also saw a small increase of about 3%, and so we really need to keep an eye on that here in the Commonwealth as well. But what really stood out to me and to so many other people is there were big differences by race and ethnicity, and in particular, people who identify as indigenous, meaning American Indians or Alaska Native by origin, actually saw a 20% increase from 2021 to 2022. That is, I know that these numbers and percentages can feel a little bit vague to folks, but that is a big jump in terms of how these things go.
So it sounds as though equity and access to health care might be a big part of the problem here. What else needs to change?
Right. I mean, you make a very good point. We have some of the best healthcare here in the United States, so it's clearly not an issue of having what we need. It's really an issue of access and equitable access. To put this into context, the U.S. actually has, among developed countries that are comparable to it, the highest infant mortality rate. There's some things that we can all do. We want to make sure that moms get connected to care, both leading up to a birth and then after birth. We want to make sure that babies who are born are connected to pediatricians and family medicine doctors who help them get the preventive care that they need, like vaccines and the like. But fundamentally, this is a public health issue, and we really need to keep the pressure on policymakers to make sure that they're helping to get health care to those that need it all across this country, regardless of ability to pay or where they're located.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Hadland, we appreciate your information here on this concerning issue and for your time for joining us here tonight.
Thank you.